Imagine, for a moment, that your family tree isn't just a bit dusty, it's currently being put through a high-voltage wood chipper in the court of public opinion. One minute you're a princess of the blood, attending garden parties and worrying about whether your fascinator is too avant-garde, and the next, you're the lead character in a Netflix drama you never auditioned for. This is the reality for Princess Beatrice. While most of us deal with a difficult uncle who rambles at Christmas, Beatrice is navigating a geopolitical and social minefield that would make a seasoned diplomat sweat. The Epstein shadow hasn't just lengthened, it's become a total eclipse. And when the sun goes out in the United Kingdom, where do you go? Well, if the latest whispers are true, you pack your designer trunks and head for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Is Beatrice about to pull a Megxit 2.0? Quick favor, if you're loving this deep dive into the gilded cages of the elite, hit that subscribe button. Over 92% of viewers haven't yet, which is a bit of a royal scandal in itself, isn't it? It's free, takes a second, and means the world to us here at Royal Fusion TV. Thanks if you did. Now, back to the show. To understand why Beatrice is eyeing the exit ramp, we have to look at the sheer weight of the Andrew and Sarah problem. It's not just a PR hiccup, it's a structural collapse. With the recent release of those Department of Justice files, the presence of Jeffrey Epstein in the York family's history went from unfortunate acquaintance to deeply embedded fixture. For Beatrice and Eugenie, who haven't been accused of any wrongdoing, the guilt by association is a heavy crown to wear. It's like being the only sober person at a party when the police threw the door. You might not have done anything, but you're still the one being photographed next to the evidence. The public scrutiny has shifted from curiosity to a sharp, unrelenting demand for answers. And let's be honest, in the UK, the firm doesn't just protect you, it expects you to absorb the blows. Now, if you think the pressure is intense, wait until you see how it's affecting the home front. Transitions in life are hard, but transitions under a microscope are brutal. Speaking of shifts, let's talk about the man by Beatrice's side, or rather, the man who's been conspicuously absent. Enter Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, or Edo to his friends and the tabloid headline writers. While Beatrice is reportedly mortified and desperate to hold things together, Edo has been spotted jetting off to Miami and Los Angeles. On the surface, it's for his high-end property business, because apparently, even when your father-in-law is in the back of a police car, the luxury real estate market waits for no man. But the optics? Oh, the optics are catastrophic. It's been described as Beatrice facing the music alone while her husband scouts for swimming pools in the Hollywood Hills. However, there's a twist. What if Edo wasn't running away from the problem, but running towards a solution? Insiders suggest these trips weren't just about selling floor plans, they were reconnaissance missions for a new life. Because let's face it, staying in the UK right now makes Beatrice and Edo sitting ducks. With Prince Andrew facing a police investigation that could drag on for months, and the terrifying prospect of a trial, the York brand is, quite frankly, toxic. It's the kind of social radiation that doesn't just wash off with a nice cup of Earl Grey. The logic is simple: if you can't change the narrative, change the scenery. If you're a duck and people are shooting at you, it's probably time to fly to a different pond. But where does one go when the palace walls start feeling like a prison? You look at who successfully climbed over the fence before you. The Harry precedent is real. Say what you want about the Duke of Sussex, but he proved that you can be a royal in America and suddenly become a content creator or a global icon without the baggage of thousand-year-old traditions breathing down your neck. Beatrice has reportedly been in close contact with her cousin Harry, who has been offering advice on the Californian lifestyle. Imagine those Zoom calls. So, Harry, how's the avocado toast and the complete lack of paparazzi in Montecito? It's a tempting proposition. And it's not just Harry. Beatrice's sister, Eugenie, already paved the way by moving to Portugal back in 2022. The York sisters have realized that the further they are from the geographical center of the scandal, the less they feel the tremors. A move to the United States would be a kickstart for the marriage and a fresh start for the soul. In London, Beatrice is the daughter of a disgraced duke. In New York or Los Angeles, she's a British royal, a title that carries a massive amount of social currency regardless of the headlines back home. Americans love a princess, especially one with a bit of edge and a tragic family backstory. It's a rebranding exercise that would make a Silicon Valley marketing firm weep with joy. But why now? Why is the urgency hitting a fever pitch? Well, it might have something to do with a notebook, a pen, and a very ill-fated interview. We have to talk about the Newsnight factor. It is widely understood that Beatrice was the one who encouraged her father to sit down with Emily Maitlis in 2019. She was there in the room, notebook in hand, thinking this would be the moment the air was cleared. Instead, it was the moment the oxygen left the room entirely. To say she's at a low ebb is an understatement. The guilt of being the architect of your own family's PR suicide must be staggering. Since Andrew's arrest in February and those haunting photos of him being driven away from a police station, the sisters have been ghosts. They are the collateral damage of a war they didn't start but were forced to fight. Even their mother, Sarah Ferguson, the original Duchess of York's survivor, has gone underground. When Fergie, a woman who once did commercials for Weight Watchers and wrote books about Budgie the little helicopter, decides to keep a low profile, you know the situation is dire. The damaging files revealed embarrassing details about her own ties to Epstein, making the York name less of a title and more of a liability. So, here is the master plan, the Great Escape. A move to the United States isn't just a holiday, it's a survival strategy. It's about preserving a marriage that is being tested by the ultimate external stressor. It's about giving their children a childhood that isn't defined by what their grandfather did or didn't do in a mansion in Manhattan. It's about trading the cold, judgmental grey of London for the bright, forgiving sun of the American coast. Will Beatrice and Edo actually pull the trigger? Only time will tell, but the suitcases are likely already half-packed. In the game of royal survival, sometimes the only winning move is to leave the board entirely.